Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today kicking off my brand new figure reviews of like later this year, going into 2016 as well. The brand new curator action figure set review. I got it for Christmas even, so yeah, I'm kind of glad because it is quite a pricey set, retailing for 30 quid, and in this review we will be finding out if I, the Doctor's Assistant 1, think this is a worthwhile set. So first of all, I will start off with this painting, which as you can see is sort of resting in, or leaning against one of the columny things in the TARDIS. It is very nice. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I mean, this is just a comparison. This is the figure. This is how tall the painting is. You know, it is just phenomenal detailing wise. It's lenticular, which basically means if you move it, it, you know, starts to move and fire and that. And if you're not aware, this is of Arcadia, Gallifrey's second son, second city even. I always say second son, I have no idea why. Anyway, yeah, second city, burning and whatnot, and it is a very nice image, and yeah, I absolutely adore it. But to be honest, when you're watching this review on camera, you really don't get a good idea of how big it is. It really is big. I mean, it's almost bigger than my hand, you know, my hand, and that. So yeah, it's a very big painting, and that if you keep the diorama, it will have like things attached to these little pegs which make it hold up on the like wall and that, and it's like the scene from Day of the Doctor, but I don't have enough room for that, unfortunately. So but yeah, nonetheless, it's phenomenal. It's got this like really nice border on the outside, and then you've got these really nice paint, like, well, not paint, but like details of swirls and patterns on the outside, just making it all, like, the decor all the more sort of intricate and detailed, like it really is in this really posh, fine sort of art museum and that. Very simplistic on the back. You've just got legal guff on the back and some weird circle indentations and that. All I can say is it is very hard to place anywhere really on the wall, I guess, which is kind of annoying. It would have been nice if you could have been able to somehow frame it or something, but yeah, that's the major accessory, which is from Day of the Doctor, as the figure is as well. The figure itself is of Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor. He also comes with a walking stick, which I'll just get now. It's got a good grip on it. There we go. After fighting Tom for his walking stick. It's just a simple brown, and you've just got the curve of the top, you know, so he can obviously hold it in his hand, and his hand is sculpted to hold it. And then you've just got this little like lump, like bit raised and that, so it's like an actual stump, so you can actually like press against the floor and maybe rest a bit of his body weight on it, and that, which is very nice. And that. I think detail-wise, I don't get this at all. I don't get why his shoes are a glossy brown. Last time I checked, no one's shoes are glossy brown. I much prefer the shoes of this figure, which is the season 12 Tom Baker figure. I much prefer this more realistic sort of weathered shoe, which makes it look a lot more detailed and a lot more real as well. As I say, this glossy, like creamy colour makes his shoes look like they're made out of chocolate, and last time I checked, I don't think anyone's shoes are made out of chocolate. Yeah, and I think, as I say, you don't really get that much fine detail, which is a bit annoying. His pants are just a brown. I can't remember if they are just a brown in Day of the Doctor, but they just, I think they will have probably maybe got the legs from a pig slave figure, because they are just the same brown sort of trousers as a pig slave. His jacket is sort of done with these lines and stuff, and it's like a tweed jacket, but unlike, say, the 11th Doctor figure, it's not all really nicely textured and that, it's just a plain sort of plastic sculpt, and then you've just got this like little handkerchief in the breast pocket, which is raised and a little bit above the rest of the sort of sculpt of the coat, which is nice. You've also got this shirt with a nice detailing of brown and sort of a goldy yellowy colour stripes, if you can look there. You've got obviously the top of the shirt, and you've got his head sculpt is very, very nice. I think it looks very much like Tom Baker at obviously the age that he's at now. And that, I think, you know, he looks very nice. It looks very, very good. Like, his earlobes are very big for some strange reason. I think that might be just old age. But, yeah, his earlobes are very big. The hair sculpt is phenomenal. All the curls and the sways and whatnot. Sort of grey with sort of a sort of wash effect, making it sort of look darker in places. And give this sort of puffy effect as well, like it is proper hair, and there is nice texture to it, a nice feel to it. His eyebrows are just done a normal grey, and that the eyes are just nicely done, and the nose is nice, and the lips okay too. Articulation, standard articulation really for a humanoid figure. His knees bend and that goes out to the sides. And that you can do full 360 at the bottom, and like there, I can imagine you can do full 360. His feet do move somewhat, like his feet move a bit. They are on a hinge, which is a bit weird because they're just feet. His arms can move like 90 degrees out, and like there, and the hands can move as well, like full 360 and stuff. And the head is probably the weakest bit of articulation, where because the collar is so high up on his neck, he can only move really limited articulation, a little bit to the side and a little bit to both sides really. No sort of pivot up or down or full 360 at all really. You also get these nice little pockets there, which I've just noticed on both sides. So yeah, the articulation is pretty limited really. The accessory of the walking stick is a nice addition, and that. I think size-wise, he is pretty much the same size as the Season 12 figure. I can't really see if he's a lot taller. I mean, he doesn't look too taller. I mean, yeah, it is kind of weird because he does kind of grow quite a bit. Yeah, I think he is quite a bit taller, but it's not too bad, I don't think. So yeah, at the end of the day, is it worth £30, this figure and the lenticular painting and the walking stick and all that? I don't think so, even though that breaks my heart to say it. I don't think so because, I don't know, well, considering a lot of the other collector's set figures are single figures like that on its own, and maybe just the walking stick without the lenticular painting, and they're going for $15.99. Oh, not $15.99, I think $14.99 at retail price. And like Forbidden Planet, Character Options are probably the best two places to go if you're wanting to get these figures. Yeah, just because you've also got that, I really do think they are really capitalising on the Day of the Doctor 50th celebration, and also I think the fact that it's Tom Baker, and even people who don't really watch the show that much might consider getting this set just because he's such a sort of British icon now, you know, and that because of Doctor Who, and, you know, he's famous for being the longest running, and, you know, when most British citizens think of Doctor Who, they probably think, you know, the fedora or the scarf and whatnot, so, you know, but I think £20 would have been much more reasonable. I think a lot more figure collectors would have got this, and a lot more avid big-time fans would have got this set as well. I know that some people have not bought this set because of the price and are just waiting for it to go lower. And yeah, if you can find it for 20 quid, definitely get this set because it is well worth it. even though the figure isn't too articulated and that, but detail is phenomenal. You do get the painting and you do get the walking stick, and you can recreate the scenes from Day of the Doctor if you keep the diorama. So I would give this figure and set a well-earned 8 out of 10. Not the best figure set ever, but not the weakest ever either. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.